Now, after the pandemic, almost half of women apparently say the events of the last 16 months have actually had a positive effect on their personal life, whether that's at work, in their relationship, or with other friends. More women are now feeling empowered to prioritise their own well-being. In light of this, author and broadcaster Katie Piper has partnered with Bloom Gin to create Bloom Bright, which is a fund of £20,000 to continue boosting women's demeanour post-lockdown. To tell us more about why that is, Katie is with us. Hi, Katie.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. It's great to see you. See, I'm surprised by these findings because I would have thought that women would have been impacted by lockdown and be glad it's over.
I think what it's done is it's been the year for saying no. So it's empowered women to say no to perhaps frivolous friendships, invites to things of acquaintances, and given them the time to reflect, to say yes to the things that they want to do. And in working with Bloom Gin and launching the Bloom Bright Fund, what we hope to do is to continue to empower those women to not give up on these new ambitions, these new dreams. And hopefully this fund of £20,000, entrants can win up to £5,000, will allow people to go and pursue, whether it's professional things, maybe there's an interior design course you've always wanted to engage with, or maybe it is just other hobbies or dream renovations or a trip of a lifetime that will allow them to access that and not sort of waste this enlightenment as it was. I mean, I think for a lot of people, there has been a silver lining to the pandemic.
How did it change you?
I think it gave me more time to reflect, and I think it gave me the courage to say no to some things. Like being a mum, I certainly always felt guilty for reading and writing for pleasure when it wasn't sort of attached to my career. So I think now I won't do that. I won't attach guilt to those things. And I wrote and journaled a lot in the lockdown, and I consequently did turn it into a book. I'm releasing a new book called A Little Bit of Faith in September, but I think I won't always attach that kind of self-care and well-being to achievement and being productive. Sometimes it's okay to pull up a chair and take an hour out to read for nothing other than pleasure.
Yeah, come back and talk to us about the book, actually, when it's released, if you would, please, Katie. I mean, we have to acknowledge, though, that it's not all roses or peonies, as they are behind you, for women during lockdown, because many women are more likely to lose their jobs as a result of lockdown than men, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with the fund, this is encouraging people that if they have started a side hustle or a hobby, lots of women are now able to work from home, create these online businesses. But sometimes that initial injection of cash and finances can be a real barrier. And the survey showed that I think we naturally spend a lot of our time nurturing others, supporting others. And I suppose that pandemic meant that we could slightly focus on ourselves. And actually, this is no bad thing. If in everyday life you're very much a giver or a people pleaser, it's okay to kind of set that boundary and say, this is going to be the year where I think a little bit more about myself.
Okay, Katie, it's good to talk to you. And as I said, do come back and talk to us about the book when you have time.
I'd love to. Thanks for having me, Kate.
Thanks a lot, Katie. Thank you.